Our phones are our world, and when we drop them, everything comes crashing down, especially the prices. The sound no one wants to hear. College students often rely on their phones for schoolwork. Student Deontay Biden uses his phone for simple tasks.
I usually connect my phone to my laptop to read passages, do quick math, and for basic communication.
Most students have to come out of pocket if their phones are damaged. This may be a problem for iPhone users with the latest technology. Apple will now charge customers up to $500 for rear screen repairs. Student Jake Stubbs disagrees with the charges.
That it's kind of ridiculous having to pay like that much for the back of your phone when the whole phone costs like a little bit more than that.
Apple offers a coverage plan for damages called AppleCare. However, student Keelan Thompson thinks paying for the plan is a waste of time.
It's still like I'm paying for something that's not really, damaged or anything like that. So.
Although Apple offers outrageous prices, student Rufus Nuago is committed to its products.
Definitely, for sure. See, I know these things about Apple, but I still very much love Apple. They've never disappointed me.
With rising prices for repairs, students are keeping their wallets close and their phones closer. From TV 308, this is Trevion Collins. The pandemic safety measures continue to limit life as we once knew it, even though millions, college students included, have gotten 1 out of 3 available vaccines. Eric Senegal, who has taken the Fraser vaccine, hopes the vaccinations will help UL get back on track.
Well, I'm really hoping that by us all taking the vaccines, it'll be easier for us to go back to normalcy.
For college students like Diamond Davis, hearing things just might get back to normal is literally music to her ears.
My major, I'm a music major, and I'm doing like choir and stuff, and it's really hard to do like music stuff like with the restrictions that we have now.
For Davis and thousands of other Raging Cajuns, there is good news from the administration. The university plans to offer more in-person classes in the fall. Seth Benton is ready to log off from remote classes and walk into an actual classroom.
Where I need to be in a classroom so I can communicate with the teacher easier, because I'm more of a visual learner, so just sitting through a lecture online doesn't benefit me very much.
Benton isn't worried about the COVID-19 cases spiking up while classes get back on track.
I think if things have been working well here, we should move back to the direction of normalcy, but if things, tend to turn for the worse, then I think we should just play it by ear.
With registration for next semester's classes coming up, students can expect a normal campus. Fall registration for classes is now underway. Many agree going back to life as we once knew it may be another adjustment. Only now, we'll know what to do if COVID-19 strikes again. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was placed on trial after George Floyd's last moments were caught on camera. Chauvin was tried for up to 3 charges. The prosecution opened and closed its case against Derek Chauvin and claims Chauvin's excessive use of force while restraining the late George Floyd caused his death. Lafayette criminal defense attorney Thomas E. Gilbo, who is not associated with the Minneapolis case, says Chauvin's defense is trying to keep him afloat while facing several charges.
He has a second-degree murder case, which can get you up to 40 years in prison. He has a third-degree murder case, which can get you up to 25 years in prison, if they can come back with that. And he has a second-degree manslaughter, which can get you 0 to 10 years.
Gilbo says the defense is working to minimize Chauvin's time in prison.
Really trying to gear it down to second-degree manslaughter, which is a 0 to 10, where he would do a light sentence, so to speak.
As the trial continues, the court of public opinion sees the video the world watched May 25th, 2020, the day Floyd died, as alarming evidence pointing to Chauvin's guilt, but there are still concerns.
I was very confused, shocked. There was a lot of questions that were not answered and couldn't be answered for a very long time.
I didn't think anybody would do something like that, but at the same time, we live in a cruel world, so.
As for Chauvin deciding not to take the stand,
given us some insight into his thought process around what had happened that day and everything. So the fact that he didn't does raise some red flags for me personally.
I think he made the right decision because everything was clear. He killed them. He basically choked them.
Probably the correct decision not to testify. You don't have to testify if it's going to get you incriminated.
Reportedly, less than 2% of police officers are prosecuted for fatal shootings. As Chauvin awaits the jury's decision, former Minnesota officer Kim Potter is accused of manslaughter in connection with the shooting of Dante Wright. For TV308, I'm Trevion Collins.